Marvel Rivals is a huge hit. From hardcore gamers to casual Marvel fans, players across the globe have been playing Marvel Rivals non-stop, and the first season has just started. NetEase is on a roll with no signs of slowing down, and with the addition of Marvel's first family, people are clamoring for more heroes and villains to be added to the game's roster, us included. That's why we're making our wish list of characters we hope to see in the game. The Marvel universe is vast, and selecting who we'd want to see will be extremely taxing. So, we're giving ourselves 3 rules. 1. We will not include obvious picks, like Deadpool.
You rang?
Since Wolverine has his Deadpool and Wolverine skin, it's only a matter of time before we see the Merc with a mouth in the game. 2. We're digging deeper into the Marvel toy box for more obscure characters, going beyond the streets of New York and exploring the boundless cosmos. And 3, we're focusing our list on vanguards and strategists, since there's an overabundance of duelists already, so that needs to be balanced out. Plus, it'll give tanks and healers a bit of variety, instead of just, rotating with the characters available. Before we go to our list, here are some characters who didn't make the cut, but it would be interesting to see how NetEase integrates them into the game. Alright, let's get to it! Let's kick off our list with the X-Men's Beast. Being one of the original members of the X-Men, it would be a crime to exclude Hank McCoy. Beast is mostly known for his blue beastly form, but he's more than just muscle. Stan Lee describes him as the most well-read and eloquent genius, and I think it's important that the game highlights this.
An astute observation, my boy. Hank McCoy here. Or if you prefer my friendly nom de guerre, Beast.
So rather than be another duelist, he can be a vanguard instead. The way I imagine Beast plays is a mixture of Black Panther and Magneto. He'd be much more effective in teamfights since he'd be primarily a melee character, but he needs to be able to close gaps, so giving him a dash attack like Black Panther would be cool. Of course, since he's a vanguard, he needs to be able to help protect the team. So maybe his kit could be a little similar to Magneto, where he gives force fields to his teammates or maybe himself to be more tanky. His ult can be like Winston from Overwatch and just go beast mode. Once activated, Beast will be harder to kill, and his movement and basic attack will be buffed to help take down enemies. Having Beast and Wolverine go feral and attack everyone would be a delight to see. Speaking of the X-Men, it will be interesting to see how NetEase would integrate Bishop into the game. Lucas Bishop first appeared in the Uncanny X-Men number 282 and has become one of the most beloved X characters in the Marvel Universe. His mutant ability to absorb and redirect energy would be perfect as a vanguard. Bishop is often equipped with his iconic futuristic firearms, which can be his primary weapon. His kit can be centered on his mutant abilities, so he can have a temporary defense boost that can absorb projectile attacks, which can be redirected to his blasters for a more powerful range attack. You can sprinkle in some gunplay abilities because Bishop might be OP if he just absorbs attack. But his ult can be an AoE blast with stun and damage, and if you manage to save energy you took in, it will be more powerful. It's always cool to see teammates play around each other's abilities, so Bishop should be teamed up with other X-Men members, like Storm, to give him added damage and be an absolute menace in the battlefield. In keeping with the X theme, I want another teleporter on the roster. And who's the most famous X teleporter of them all? It's the great Nightcrawler. The main reason I want him to be in the lineup is because of this scene. NetEase did such a great job with magic and her portals, and I want to see their take on another teleporting duelist. Since Nightcrawler is a swashbuckling fan, they should give him his iconic cutlasses. Hell, give him 3! One for each hand and another for his tail. His attack should be a play on both teleporting and swashbuckling, just constantly jumping around the map and annoying everyone, and his ult can be similar to Psylocke's AoE ult, but more frantic to confuse the opposing team. I applaud Rivals for putting characters in unconventional roles, like Rocket as a healer instead of a duelist. That's why I think Silver Surfer would be a perfect fit for the role.
Oh, that is cool.
First appearing in the Fantastic Four number 48, Silver Surfer is one of Marvel's most well-known cosmic characters. Blessed with a power cosmic, the Silver Surfer can manipulate energy and use it as projectiles, and with his surfboard, he can travel through space and even heal himself and others. His abilities would be perfect for the Rivals. His left click can heal teammates and can be used as cosmic blasts. And since he can also absorb energy, one of his abilities can be temporarily absorbing attacks for a damage boost. And his ult can be something similar to Luna's Snow, where he can heal teammates or even bless them with cosmic energy that can boost attacks. If he's added to the game, best believe I'd be playing him. Since its release, many people have been introduced to the cuteness of Jeff the Landshark. And there are so many more adorable animal characters in the Marvel universe they can include in the roster. That's why Cosmo the Space Dog would be a perfect candidate for Rivals. Cosmo was first introduced in Nova Volume 4, number 8, and was originally part of the Soviet space program in the 60s and was lost in space. He later developed telepathy due to cosmic rays and became Nowhere's security chief. With his telepathy, Cosmo can release psionic blasts and even create defensive shields, which makes him a perfect strategist. He can use his psychic abilities for healing or temporarily boost attack and defense. And for his ult, he can have a massive psionic attack that can incapacitate enemies in the area, like Strange's ult, giving teammates an opening to damage enemies. I hope Cosmo gets drafted into Rivals because not only will we have another healer in the roster, but also another good boy in the team. If Cosmo is not enough cuteness for you, why not include Lockjaw in the mix? Another canine character and a chunky one of that. Lockjaw first appeared in the pages of Fantastic Four number 45 as the loyal pet of the royal family of the Inhumans. Lockjaw gained powers as a result of a genetic experimentation by the Surgeon Supreme, and gave it intra/interdimensional teleportation, telekinesis, and enhanced strength. Perfect for a Vanguard. His moveset can be mostly defensive, to create energy barriers to protect teammates, and it wouldn't hurt to have another portal character to disorient the enemy's setup for domination or the beginning of convoy matches. Plus, with the thing coming to Rivals, it would be nice to see a team up with his best bud. If we're going to see more Inhumans in the game, then their queen needs to be included too. Medusa first appeared in the pages of Fantastic Four number 36, with the ability to manipulate her hair thanks to the Terrigen Mist. Her long hair has great tensile strength and resistance, perfect for a Vanguard. NetEase has been very creative with the current roster's abilities, and there are a lot of things that they can do with Medusa's hair manipulation. Her kit can be whip attacks and hooks to capture enemies, with her ult being a flurry of whip attacks or an AoE stun hook like Groot, or even both. Medusa's Vanguard fits perfectly well in the game's creative choices, and it's another one of Marvel's obscure characters to be in the spotlight. Okay, just to satiate the duelists, here's our next pick. Ghost Rider. He's one of the characters that keep popping up in other people's lists, and with good reason. The character, or at least the Johnny Blaze version, first appeared in Marvel Spotlight number 5. Known for his Flaming Skull and Hell Cycle, Ghost Rider's hypothetical kit would be most useful in Marvel Rivals. He's mostly armed with a chain imbued with Hellfire that can be used as a whip or a hook to pull enemies in. Some iterations of Ghost Rider have a shotgun, so it would be interesting for him to have a range attack as well. Of course, it wouldn't be Ghost Rider without an appearance of his Hell Cycle, so for his ult, he can call upon his Iron Steed and cover the map with Hellfire for fire damage, while popping wheelies in front of enemies. I don't think my PC would be able to handle all that visual clutter, but Ghost Rider would be a cool addition to the roster just to add more supernatural elements to the game. Midnight Suns, anyone? For our next pick, I think Wiccan as a strategist would fit well into the Rivals. Wiccan first appeared in Young Avengers number 1 as the reincarnated version of Scarlet Witch's son as a result of her chaos magic. Like his mother, Wiccan is a gifted sorcerer able to manipulate reality among other things, like healing and power manipulation, making him a perfect support character. With his power manipulation, he can bestow his teammates with power amplification. And better yet, negate powers, which he used against Kang the Conqueror. That'd be an annoying ability for people using ults, and to be honest, we need more characters like that in the game to turn around a match. I can already see the clips of Scarlet Witch mains using their ults, only to be cancelled. But the fun lies when he teams up with none other than his mom, Scarlet Witch. Wiccan can amplify their chaos magic to deliver devastating blows, or maybe add a skill that can put enemies in a trance to mess up team dynamics even further. Just thinking about it just makes me so giddy. And for our last pick, we need to have Rescue as a strategist. Rescue first appeared in the Invincible Iron Man number 10. Famously worn by Pepper Potts, the armor was developed by Tony Stark as an emergency search and rescue unit with little to no offensive capabilities. Of course, for a shooter, that needs to change, so we can give her a repulsor blast as her basic attack. The rescue armor is also capable of generating force fields, which can be used to increase her teammates' defenses. It wouldn't be impossible to pull off now that they showed off the Invisible Woman's abilities in the game. For healing, we can be creative and maybe give her drones that can deliver health packs in the battlefield, or just have her heal like Rocket in the game. And that's about it for our list. I hope to see these guys in action, and I'm sure NetEase is cooking up something. Season 1 just kicked off, and the Fantastic Four is just the beginning. As I said, the Marvel Universe is big. And there are so many characters, popular and obscure, who can join the fight for the multiverse. I mean, who knows? Maybe Professor Xavier will appear with his iconic yellow hover chair as a healer. For now though, it's fun to speculate and imagine how the world of Marvel Rivals can expand. What about you guys? Who do you want to see in the game, and what role do you think they're suited for? Let us know in the comments below, and as usual, if you want to see more Marvel Rivals and all things gaming, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. This has been Shell, and we'll see you in the next one.